Carter Walton shocks Hope Logan with lingerie suggestion. Is a new romance brewing at Forrester Creations? In the glitzy world of Forrester Creations, where high fashion meets high drama, it's never a dull day for the Forrester family and their extended circle. And Monday, September 30th, episode of The Bold and the Beautiful was no exception, as it threw fans into an unexpected whirlwind with Carter Walton's eyebrow-raising comment to Hope Logan. What started as a seemingly innocent business pitch quickly spiraled into a cringeworthy moment that had viewers talking across social media platforms. Could this surprising and, let's be honest, somewhat awkward exchange be hinting at a blossoming romance? Or was it just a well-intended business suggestion gone wrong? Let's dive deep into this moment of fashion and flirtation at Forrester Creations that had the bold and the beautiful viewers on edge. The proposal. Carter Walton's unlikely suggestion. The scene opened with Carter Walton, COO of Forrester Creations and longtime friend of the Logan family, bringing up an intriguing and bold idea to none other than Hope Logan. With the upcoming launch of her mother Brooke Logan's lingerie line on the horizon, Carter couldn't help but float the idea of a crossover that could potentially benefit Hope's fashion line, Hope for the Future. In Carter's view, having Hope model in the bedroom line could breathe fresh life into her brand, attracting new attention and giving it the boost it desperately needed. On the surface, it was all about business. Carter emphasized how this unconventional idea might benefit both collections and solidify Forrester Creations' dominance in the fashion industry. But as the conversation took a deeper turn, it became clear that this pitch was walking a thin line between professional and personal. Cringe or compliment? Hope realizes Carter was thinking of her in lingerie. At first, Hope seemed flattered by the suggestion, though she wasn't fully sure how to interpret Carter's words. But then the penny dropped. This conversation wasn't just about professional modeling or a strategic move to save her brand. Carter had been envisioning her in lingerie. The look on Hope's face said it all. Wait, Hope stammered. So you've been thinking of me in lingerie? Cue the awkward silence. For a moment, it seemed like the entire office paused, as viewers at home cringed at the innuendo laced in the conversation. What was meant to be a discussion about marketing strategies suddenly became personal in a way that neither character had anticipated. Social media reacts. Cringe or cute? Fans were quick to share their thoughts online. Some found the entire exchange cringeworthy, especially considering the office setting. One fan on X, formerly known as Twitter, quipped, #BoldandBeautiful, not this inappropriate conversation in the office with Hope and Carter. Another remarked, Carter Walton talking about lingerie in front of Hope like it's normal office talk. Forrester Creations, what is happening? But not everyone saw the moment as inappropriate. In fact, some viewers enjoyed the playful chemistry that was brewing between the two characters. One user tweeted, Hope and Carter having an inside joke about lingerie with Eric in the room. Somehow it's wholesome and not ick. This dynamic is simply working. With the audience split, it became clear that while the conversation may have been uncomfortable for some, others saw potential for a new unexpected pairing in the world of Forrester Creations. Office romances. Carter and Hope's complicated love lives. The conversation soon pivoted to a deeper discussion about their respective romantic histories. Hope, fresh off a roller coaster relationship with Thomas Forrester, reflected on how things went wrong. Thomas had taken their son and fled to Paris, leaving her to piece her life back together. Carter, on the other hand, had a complicated love life of his own, having dated Quinn Fuller while she was still married to Eric Forrester. This conversation hit home for both characters, as they realized how intertwined their personal and professional lives had become. Hope remarked how her last time modeling lingerie was with Thomas, sparking painful memories of their tumultuous relationship. For Carter, it was a reminder of how messy office romances could be, especially when it involved someone as deeply connected to Forrester Creations as Quinn was. The tension in the room was undeniable, but so was the chemistry. Despite the clear warnings about the dangers of mixing business with pleasure, Carter and Hope shared a look that spoke volumes. Enter Eric Forrester. The unlikely interruption. Just when things seemed to be heating up, the ever-watchful Eric Forrester entered the scene, unwittingly breaking the tension. Eric, a patriarch of the Forrester family and longtime figurehead of Forrester Creations, walked in on the conversation, oblivious to the underlying awkwardness between Hope and Carter. Carter, ever the professional, quickly steered the conversation back to business, emphasizing once again that office romances were a bad idea, a sentiment that Hope echoed. However, their shared look after Eric's interruption told a different story, one that left fans speculating whether this conversation would be the last we'd see of Carter and Hope's undeniable chemistry. Is a Carter-Hope romance on the horizon? Fans speculate. With their lingering looks and flirtatious banter, it's no wonder that fans are now wondering whether The Bold and the Beautiful is setting the stage for a new romantic entanglement between Carter and Hope. Could this unexpected duo become the next big couple at Forrester Creations? Or is this just another one-off awkward moment that will be swept under the rug? As always, The Bold and the Beautiful loves to keep fans guessing, and this moment was no exception. While some viewers are hesitant about the idea of another office romance, especially given Carter's history with Quinn, others are eager to see where this might lead. One thing is certain: Carter and Hope's dynamic has caught the attention of fans, and this lingerie conversation is unlikely to be the last time they share the screen in such a tantalizing way. The future of Forrester Creations. What's next for Hope and Carter? So, where do Carter and Hope go from here? For now, it seems that they'll both be focused on their respective fashion lines, but the seed of something more has been planted. Whether it blossoms into a full-fledged romance or fizzles out remains to be seen. However, with The Bold and the Beautiful's track record for surprising twists and turns, it wouldn't be shocking if Carter and Hope's relationship evolves into something far more complicated and far more dramatic. Will they continue to dance around their mutual attraction, or will they dive headfirst into a new chapter of their lives? Only time will tell. A new era of romance at Forrester Creations? The September 30th episode of The Bold and the Beautiful gave fans more than just a business pitch. It gave them a glimpse into a potential new romance between two characters who, up until now, had never been seen in such a light. Carter Walton's lingerie comment may have been inappropriate in the eyes of some viewers, but it undeniably set the stage for a possible love story that no one saw coming. As Carter and Hope navigate their professional and personal lives at Forrester Creations, fans can expect more moments of awkward tension, playful banter, and who knows, maybe even a full-blown romance. One thing is certain: the world of The Bold and the Beautiful is never short on drama, and the Carter-Hope dynamic is the latest storyline to keep viewers on the edge of their seats. Bold and the Beautiful fans are passing on Hope and Steffi's parents' drama. The tiresome battle over Ridge has fans begging for a change. A never-ending tug-of-war over Ridge? Fans of The Bold and the Beautiful have witnessed countless storylines over the years, from shocking betrayals to heartwarming reunions. But recently, the show's faithful audience seems to have had enough of one storyline in particular: Steffi Forrester and Hope Logan bickering over their parents' relationships. Yes, you heard that right, two grown women arguing about who Ridge Forrester should be with again. This time, it's not about who's dating who in their own lives, but about Ridge's romantic choices between Brooke Logan and Dr. Taylor Hayes. This tired love triangle has fans rolling their eyes, and many are passing on the narrative altogether. With social media abuzz, fans of the long-running soap have made it clear: enough is enough. But why is this storyline causing so much frustration? And what does it say about The Bold and the Beautiful's direction? Let's dive deep into the roots of this ongoing drama, examine the character motivations, and dissect the fan reactions that have lit up platforms like X, formerly Twitter. The history of the Ridge, Brooke, and Taylor love triangle. For decades, the love triangle between Ridge Forrester, Brooke Logan, and Taylor Hayes has been a central plotline in The Bold and the Beautiful. From the moment Ridge first met both women, the constant back and forth between these three has captivated, and at times frustrated, fans. Brooke, known for her intense passion and undying love for Ridge, has always viewed him as her soulmate. Taylor, on the other hand, represents the steady, nurturing presence in Ridge's life. Both women have had multiple marriages to Ridge, and every time fans think this love triangle is settled, it reignites. This is the backdrop against which Hope and Steffi now find themselves fighting again. It seems the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, as these two women, much like their mothers, are embroiled in a never-ending battle over Ridge's affections. Except this time it's not their own love lives on the line but their parents'. Hope and Steffi rivalry fueled by family ties. Hope Logan and Steffi Forrester have had their fair share of rivalry. Their long-standing feud often stems from their complicated romantic entanglements, particularly their relationships with Liam Spencer. However, In the September 26th episode of The Bold and the Beautiful, viewers saw a new angle to their rivalry, one rooted in their loyalty to their parents. Steffy, fiercely protective of her mother Taylor, has become convinced that Ridge and Taylor belong together. After Taylor's recent return to Los Angeles, carrying the weight of a heartbreaking secret about her health, Steffy believes it's only natural that Ridge and Taylor might rekindle their old romance. On the other hand, Hope remains just as devoted to her mother Brooke, defending her relationship with Ridge at every turn. What's peculiar about this particular storyline is how deeply invested Hope and Steffy are in their parents' romantic lives, almost as if their own happiness depends on it. The lines between parent and child seem to blur as they each argue about who Ridge should be with. This peculiar dynamic has left viewers bewildered and exhausted. The fan backlash. Enough of the parents' drama. As soon as the September 26th episode aired, fans took to social media to voice their disapproval. The storyline, which some viewers feel is a rehash of old material, has struck a nerve. The overwhelming sentiment? Fans are tired of the constant back and forth between Hope and Steffy, especially when it comes to their parents' love lives. On X, formerly Twitter, one user vented, "Two grown women, fighting over who their parents are currently sleeping with? This is not the Bold and Beautiful I remember." Another echoed the sentiment, saying, "Now we gotta watch Steffy and Hope argue about who Ridge loves more? I'll pass #Bold and Beautiful." The discontent isn't just limited to these two comments. A third person chimed in with, #Bold and Beautiful. Enough of these grown people wanting their moms and daddies back together. It didn't work the last 3 or 4 times and it won't work now. Get a life of your own and try, Steffy, to keep yours together. These reactions capture the widespread frustration that fans feel with the storyline that many believe has been played out. Why is this storyline so exhausting for viewers? So, what exactly is it about this particular storyline that's causing such a strong negative reaction? After all, The Bold and the Beautiful has never shied away from love triangles and family drama. However, there's something uniquely draining about seeing Hope and Steffy argue over their parents' love lives. Part of the frustration may stem from the fact that this plot feels regressive. Both Hope and Steffy have had their own complex relationships, careers, and personal growth arcs. To see them reduced to fighting over something as trivial as who their parents should be with feels like a step backward. Fans want to see these women flourish on their own terms, not as pawns in their parents' love lives. Moreover, the love triangle between Ridge, Brooke, and Taylor has been recycled so many times that it feels stale. Fans have seen Ridge bounce between these two women for decades, and many are simply tired of watching the same scenario play out repeatedly. There's a desire for fresh, innovative storytelling that pushes characters into new territory instead of rehashing old rivalries. Taylor's secret and its impact on the storyline. One of the few new elements in this storyline is Taylor's health. As revealed in the September 26th episode, Taylor is secretly suffering from a failing heart, a fact she has kept hidden from her family. This revelation adds a layer of urgency and emotion to the storyline, as Steffy becomes even more determined to see her parents reunite before it's too late. However, even this plot twist hasn't been enough to salvage the storyline in the eyes of some fans. While Taylor's health crisis could have been an opportunity to explore deeper, more meaningful family dynamics, it has instead been used as a vehicle to reignite the Brooke-Taylor rivalry. And for many viewers, that's simply not enough to hold their attention. The Ridge factor. Why can't he choose? At the center of all this drama is Ridge Forrester, a character who has spent decades unable to make a definitive choice between Brooke and Taylor. His indecisiveness has been a driving force behind much of the tension on The Bold and the Beautiful, and it's a source of endless frustration for fans. Ridge's vacillation between Brooke and Taylor has long been a point of contention, and many fans believe that the character's inability to commit is what keeps these tired storylines alive. One fan on social media put it bluntly, "Ridge needs to stop stringing both of these women along. Pick one and move on. We're over it." Ridge's role in the ongoing feud between Hope and Steffy over their parents is a reminder of how central his character is to the show's recurring themes of love, loyalty, and betrayal. But as fans grow increasingly tired of the never-ending love triangle, many are calling for Ridge to finally make a decision, once and for all. A call for fresh storylines. What fans want to see. With fans increasingly vocal about their dissatisfaction with the current storyline, the question arises, What do they want to see instead? Based on social media commentary, it's clear that fans are craving fresh, original narratives that break away from the old tropes that have dominated the show for years. Many viewers have expressed a desire for more character-driven storylines that focus on personal growth and development. For instance, Steffi's struggles as a mother and CEO of Forrester Creations could provide rich material for storytelling. Hope, too, could benefit from a storyline that centers on her career or her evolving relationship with her daughter Beth. There's also a demand for new romances and new rivalries that don't rely on the same old love triangles. Fans want to see the bold and the beautiful introduce fresh faces and explore different types of relationships, whether it's through LGBTQ+ representation or by focusing on younger characters like Zend, Paris, or Douglas. Can the bold and the beautiful bounce back? Despite the current frustration with the Hope Steffi storyline, The Bold and the Beautiful remains one of the most beloved and enduring soap operas on television. The show has weathered many storms over the years, and it has always found ways to reinvent itself when necessary. For fans who are feeling disillusioned with the current state of the show, there is still hope that The Bold and the Beautiful can bounce back. With the right mix of fresh storylines, dynamic character arcs, and engaging drama, the show can once again capture the hearts and imaginations of its audience. The Bold and the Beautiful. Taylor's collapse shocks fans. Will her secret be revealed? For longtime fans of The Bold and the Beautiful, Dr. Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, is a character whose depth and complexity never ceases to stir emotions. Over the years, Taylor's relationships, particularly her tumultuous connection with Ridge Forrester Ron Moss, have been at the forefront of the soap's juiciest storylines. But recent episodes have taken that drama to a new level, one that has left viewers reeling and fans speculating wildly. On the Friday, September 27th episode, Taylor experienced what appeared to be a heart attack after witnessing a passionate moment between Ridge and his on-again, off-again love, Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang. But was it truly a medical emergency? Or was this a manifestation of something much deeper? As Taylor collapsed behind the scenes of Brooke's bedroom shoot, fans were left gasping, with some believing her long-hidden secret could soon come to light. Let's dive deep into the events leading up to this shocking moment, the history behind Taylor and Ridge's complex relationship, and the potential fallout that could change everything for Taylor, Ridge, and the entire Forrester family. A history of heartbreak. Taylor and Ridge's twisted love story. Taylor Hayes and Ridge Forrester have a love story that is as epic as it is tragic. They've been through it all: marriage, divorce, infidelity, and death. For years, Taylor has been torn between her undying love for Ridge and her constant competition with Brooke, Ridge's other great love. The Brooke versus Taylor saga has been one of the central dynamics of The Bold and the Beautiful for decades, with Ridge constantly torn between the two women. Every time viewers think the triangle has been resolved, something happens to pull them back into each other's orbit. When Taylor returned to town recently, it wasn't long before old feelings resurfaced. Ridge, freshly out of his latest round of drama with Brooke, found himself once again drawn to Taylor's calm and steady presence. But was it real love, or just nostalgia? And more importantly, could Taylor's heart take another betrayal? The setup. Brooke's bedroom shoot and Taylor's fatal attraction. The September 27th episode began innocuously enough. Brooke was doing a photo shoot for her ever-iconic Brooke's Bedroom line, a lingerie brand that has been a symbol of her seductive allure and her complicated history with Ridge. Taylor, however, wasn't far behind. While she may not have been invited to the shoot, curiosity got the best of her, leading her to sneak behind a purple curtain to observe from the shadows. What she saw next sent her spiraling into a physical and emotional breakdown. As Ridge and Brooke embraced, sharing a tender moment that ended in a kiss, Taylor's world collapsed. This was the man she loved, possibly her last great love, and here he was with the woman who had always been her greatest rival. Watching the pair together was too much for Taylor, whose heart, already weakened by a serious health condition she had been keeping secret, couldn't take the emotional stress. Fans watched in horror as Taylor's breathing became labored, her hand clenched in anger, and then in one fell swoop, the curtain came undone, and so did Taylor. The collapse. Ridge's reaction and the shocking moment that left viewers speechless. As the purple curtain dramatically fell, so did Taylor. Ridge, sensing something was amiss, rushed over and found Taylor lying unconscious on the floor. His immediate reaction was one of panic, calling out her name, but Taylor didn't move. It was a moment that left Ridge and viewers shocked. The collapse wasn't just a physical one, it was symbolic. For years, Taylor has been holding on to unresolved feelings for Ridge, her sense of competition with Brooke, and her desire to be the right woman for him. But the weight of it all, coupled with the reality of her deteriorating heart condition, became too much to bear. Ridge may have been concerned for Taylor's well-being, but the emotional implications of this moment were much deeper. Taylor's secret, a heart condition she's kept hidden. For those who haven't been keeping up, Taylor's collapse wasn't entirely out of the blue. In recent episodes, it was revealed that Taylor has been suffering from a heart condition, a life-threatening illness that she has only shared with a select few. Brooke Logan and Lee Finnegan, Naomi Matsuda, the mother of Finn, Tanner Novlin, are the only ones who know the truth. Taylor had made it clear to Lee that she didn't want anyone, particularly her daughter Steffi Forrester, Jacqueline McInnes Wood, to find out about her condition. She was determined to live out her remaining days in peace, focusing on spending time with her family, especially her grandchildren. But keeping such a secret in the world of the bold and the beautiful is easier said than done. Taylor's decision to conceal her illness, especially from her loved ones, has already raised questions. How long can she keep up the charade? And what will happen when her secret is inevitably revealed? Fan reactions, outrage, sympathy and speculation over Taylor's heart attack. As soon as the episode aired, fans took to social media to express their shock and confusion. Many were quick to point out the irony of Taylor having a heart attack after watching Ridge and Brooke kiss, with some calling it poetic justice and others expressing disbelief. One fan wrote on X, formerly known as Twitter, "Taylor has a heart attack as she watches Brooke and Ridge make out." Another sarcastically added, "Imagine having a panic attack over Ridge." Laughing face emoji. They really messed Taylor up, W. But not all reactions were lighthearted. Some viewers expressed genuine concern for Taylor's character and her well-being, noting that her collapse was a sign of much deeper issues. One fan tweeted, "I know Taylor isn't going to spend what she thinks are her dying days running after Ridge like a puppy," while another added, "Taylor just collapsed. Pretty sure it's going to be hard to keep her condition from her family now. Just ask Eric." The mixed reactions reflect the ongoing love-hate relationship fans have with Taylor's character. On one hand, they sympathize with her struggles and her desire for love and validation. On the other hand, some are frustrated by her continual entanglement with Ridge, a man who has caused her so much heartache over the years. The aftermath. What's next for Taylor and the Forrester family? Taylor's collapse is undoubtedly a turning point in the story. Whether it was a full-blown heart attack or a panic attack induced by the emotional stress of seeing Ridge and Brooke together, the consequences will be far-reaching. Ridge, of course, will feel responsible for Taylor's condition, but will this lead to a reunion between the two? And how will Brooke react if Ridge begins to show signs of rekindling his feelings for Taylor? Moreover, how long can Taylor keep her heart condition a secret? Now that she has collapsed in such a public setting, it seems inevitable that her family will find out. Her daughter Steffi, in particular, will likely be devastated by the news, especially if she learns that Taylor hid the truth from her. And what about Finn? Will he discover the truth through his mother, Lee, who has been sworn to secrecy? There are so many unanswered questions, and as fans of the bold and the beautiful know, anything can happen. Taylor's secret could bring her closer to Ridge, or it could tear the Forrester family apart. Whatever happens next, one thing is certain. Taylor's story is far from over. The bigger picture. Love, lies, and betrayal in the world of the bold and the beautiful. Taylor's collapse is just the latest twist in a show that has thrived on love, lies, and betrayal for over 3 decades. From Ridge's constant back and forth between Taylor and Brooke to the never-ending drama of the Forrester family, The Bold and the Beautiful continues to captivate audiences with its larger-than-life characters and scandalous storylines. As fans eagerly await the next episode, there's no doubt that Taylor's heart attack will have ripple effects throughout the Forrester clan. Will her secret be exposed? Will Ridge finally choose between Taylor and Brooke once and for all? And most importantly, can Taylor survive the emotional and physical toll that her condition, and her lingering feelings for Ridge, are taking on her? The answers to these questions remain to be seen, but one thing is for sure. The Bold and the Beautiful is about to get even more dramatic. Final thoughts. The Bold and the Beautiful legacy. For fans of The Bold and the Beautiful, the ongoing saga of Ridge, Taylor, and Brooke is a reminder of why soap operas remain such an integral part of television history. These stories of love, betrayal, and redemption are timeless, and the emotional highs and lows of the characters continue to resonate with viewers. Taylor Hayes' collapse may be just one moment in a long line of dramatic twists, but it's one that fans won't soon forget. Hidden truths and unexpected betrayals. The emotional roller coaster in The Bold and the Beautiful's recent episodes. The Bold and the Beautiful has always been a master at weaving intricate tales of love, rivalry, and betrayal, and the recent episodes in October 2024 are no exception. With emotional recoveries, complicated relationships, and unexpected twists, the show has kept fans on the edge of their seats. From Hope and Carter's growing bond to Taylor's health revelations, and the looming financial crisis of Hope's fashion line, each storyline brings a fresh dose of drama and suspense. But it's not just about individual stories. It's about the consequences of past decisions, the judgment of others, and the fine line between personal development and competition. As we dive deep into the latest developments, buckle up for a long, immersive exploration of the hidden truths and unexpected betrayals that are shaking the foundations of relationships and alliances in the world of The Bold and the Beautiful. The strengthening bond between Hope and Carter. Hope and Carter's unlikely connection. The relationship between Hope Logan and Carter Walton has been simmering for quite some time. While they both have complicated histories filled with personal struggles and professional ambitions, their growing bond has come as a surprise to many, including the viewers. What started as a simple professional relationship has now blossomed into something more, and the October 14, 2024, episode took that development to a whole new level. In a pivotal moment, Hope and Carter shared a kiss in the designer's office, catching not just the audience off guard but also Steffy Forrester, who walked in at the exact moment. Steffi's reaction was immediate. She questioned Hope's motives, suspecting that Hope's interest in Carter might not be entirely pure. Was Hope genuinely attracted to Carter, or was she using him to further her ambitions with hope for the future? Steffi's warning and Carter's loyalty. Steffi's skepticism is not without merit. As a key player at Forrester Creations, she's seen how relationships can be used as leverage, and she's wary of anyone who might take advantage of Carter's kind-hearted nature. Her warning to Hope was clear. Don't push Carter into a corner regarding hope for the future. Steffi has always been protective of her family and the company's interests, and she's not about to let anyone manipulate her close friend. On the other hand, Carter's support for Hope seems genuine. He believes in her vision for hope for the future, and has been one of her most loyal allies. His emotional connection to Hope, however, is becoming more apparent, and this raises the stakes. Is Carter's loyalty to Hope purely professional, or is he blinded by his growing feelings for her? As their relationship deepens, viewers are left wondering if this bond will ultimately be their undoing. Taylor's health scare, a turning point. Taylor's diagnosis, broken heart syndrome. While the drama between Hope, Carter, and Steffi was unfolding, another major storyline was brewing, one that centers on Dr. Taylor Hayes. In a shocking revelation, Taylor confided in Brooke Logan that she had been diagnosed with broken heart syndrome. This rare condition, often brought on by extreme emotional stress, mirrored Taylor's internal struggles. Over the years, Taylor has faced countless heartbreaks, particularly in her relationship with Ridge Forrester. The diagnosis came as a wake-up call for Taylor, prompting her to seek emotional healing. In a vulnerable moment, she admitted to Brooke that she initially thought she was dying. This confession added a new layer to her character, showcasing her emotional fragility and the toll that years of heartache had taken on her. Brooke's skepticism. Brooke's reaction, however, was far from sympathetic. Ever the skeptic, Brooke couldn't help but wonder if Taylor was using her diagnosis as a ploy to win Ridge back. Given their long history of rivalry, Brooke has every reason to be cautious. Taylor and Ridge have shared an unbreakable bond for decades, and Brooke knows that Taylor's illness could easily become an emotional leverage point. Despite her initial doubts, Brooke did her research and learned more about broken heart syndrome. The medical condition was real, but the emotional manipulation that could accompany it was also a possibility. Brooke decided to confront Ridge about his role in Taylor's healing process, knowing that Ridge's involvement could complicate their already tangled love triangle. The chakra balancing ritual. In a surprising twist, Ridge revealed to Brooke that he had participated in a chakra balancing ritual with Taylor, designed to help her release her emotional pain and find inner peace. This intimate healing session deepened the connection between Ridge and Taylor, but it also raised questions about Ridge's true feelings. Was he merely helping a friend in need, or was there more to his actions? Steffi, ever the protector of her mother, also grew suspicious of the time Ridge and Taylor were spending together. While Taylor reassured her daughter that she had no intention of rekindling a romance with Ridge, the emotional bonds between them were undeniable. The question on everyone's mind: could Ridge's role in Taylor's recovery reignite old flames? Hope for the future. A brand in crisis. Financial troubles emerge. While the personal dramas continued to unfold, the business world of Forrester Creations was also in turmoil. Hope for the future. Hope Logan's fashion line faced mounting financial issues. Despite Carter's unwavering support for the line, the numbers simply weren't adding up. Sales were stagnant, and Steffi, ever the practical businesswoman, began to question whether the brand was worth saving. In the October 17, 2024 episode, Steffi voiced her concerns during a tense meeting at Forrester Creations. She pointed out that the brand wasn't generating enough revenue to justify its continued investment. Carter, however, remained steadfast in his belief that Hope for the future had untapped potential. He argued that with the right support the line could turn things around. A tense showdown between Steffi and Carter. This disagreement between Steffi and Carter created a rift within the company, forcing characters to pick sides. Some, like Carter, believed in the brand's future, while others, like Steffi, were more focused on the bottom line. The tension between them spilled over into their personal lives as well, with Steffi growing increasingly wary of Carter's motivations. For Hope, the pressure was mounting. Not only was her professional future on the line, but her personal life was becoming increasingly entangled with Carter's. As their relationship grew more intimate, Hope found herself torn between her loyalty to the brand and her growing feelings for Carter. Could she separate business from pleasure, or would her personal choices lead to the downfall of Hope for the future? Unexpected alliances and growing betrayals. Brooke and Deacon's concern for Hope. As Hope and Carter's bond deepened, those closest to Hope began to grow concerned. Brooke, ever the protective mother, had a heart-to-heart with Deacon Sharp about their daughter's future. Both parents expressed their worries about Hope's recent choices, particularly her growing closeness to Carter. Deacon, who has had his own complicated history with Hope, urged her to be cautious, warning her not to let her emotions cloud her judgment. Meanwhile, Liam Spencer, Hope's estranged husband, found himself at a crossroads. In a touching moment, Liam received advice from his son, Will, who encouraged him to fight for Hope before it was too late. Will's words struck a chord with Liam, prompting him to consider whether he was willing to let go of Hope without a fight. Finn and Steffi's quiet bond. Amidst all the chaos, Steffi and her husband, Dr. John Finn Finnegan, managed to steal some quiet moments together. As Finn prepared to return to work, the couple shared a touching scene that reminded viewers of the strength of their relationship. Despite the pressures of work and family, Steffi and Finn have remained each other's rock, providing a rare glimpse of stability in an otherwise tumultuous world. Chapter 5. Caught in the Act. The Fallout. Steffi's discovery. The week's biggest bombshell came on October 14, 2024, when Steffi walked in on Hope and Carter sharing a passionate kiss. The fallout from this moment was immediate, with Steffi questioning Hope's motives and Carter's loyalty. Steffi has always been fiercely protective of her family and the Forrester brand, and she wasn't about to let Hope jeopardize everything they had worked for. Hope's inner struggle. For Hope, the kiss with Carter was a turning point. While she had been developing feelings for him, she hadn't fully acknowledged the depth of her emotions until that moment. Now, with Steffi's judgment hanging over her, Hope is forced to confront the reality of her situation. Can she continue to pursue a relationship with Carter, knowing the potential consequences for her career and her family? Carter's dilemma. Carter, too, finds himself in a difficult position. His feelings for Hope are genuine, but he knows that their relationship could have far-reaching consequences. Not only could it damage his standing at Forrester Creations, but it could also alienate him from the people he cares about most. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. The week of October 21st to 25th, 2024. The Bold and the Beautiful is gearing up for a dramatic, emotionally charged week between October 21st and 25th, 2024. After last week's explosive events, expect deeper betrayals, heightened passions, and some surprising twists. As we dive into the storyline for next week, it's clear that Carter, Hope, Steffy, and the rest of the Forrester family are about to embark on a path filled with confrontations, alliances, and shocking confessions. Let's break down each day and what viewers can expect. Monday, October 21st. Carter's confession shakes things up. The week kicks off with a game-changing moment. Carter has been struggling with his growing feelings for Hope, but it seems the time has come for him to finally admit what's been brewing beneath the surface. His confession to Hope about his feelings will send shockwaves throughout Forrester Creations, and the personal and professional stakes couldn't be higher. This revelation will set off a chain reaction, especially when Brooke and Deacon have a heart-to-heart about their daughter Hope. Deacon tries to be the voice of reason, advising Brooke to support Hope as she navigates her complicated love life, but Brooke isn't ready to accept Carter as a romantic prospect for her daughter. Brooke's deep-seated suspicion of Carter, and the potential fallout for Hope and Liam's marriage, leaves her torn between supporting her daughter and protecting her from making another impulsive mistake. Meanwhile, Ridge and Steffy are not happy about Carter's focus on Hope, particularly when Hope for the future is struggling financially. Ridge worries that Carter's emotions might cloud his judgment, especially when it comes to the business. As Steffy watches the drama unfold, she becomes increasingly concerned that Carter's personal entanglement with Hope could jeopardize Forrester Creations' future. Tuesday, October 22nd. Reminiscing and rivalries. On Tuesday, Hope finds herself reminiscing about her recent passionate moments with Carter, torn between her loyalty to Liam and her undeniable chemistry with Carter. She's at a crossroads in her life, unsure whether to follow her heart or stick with the safety and stability of her marriage to Liam. As Hope tries to process her feelings, her mother, Brooke, continues to hover, worried about her daughter's potential new relationship with Carter. Brooke warns Hope that Carter's sudden interest may not be genuine, and that she needs to be careful not to get swept away in the heat of the moment. Meanwhile, at Forrester Creations, Carter's decision to bring Ivy and Electra Forrester into the fold causes tension. The introduction of their jewelry line creates waves, and Steffy is left feeling sidelined by Carter's newfound interest in Ivy and Electra's work. Steffy questions Carter's motives. Why bring in these new players when Hope for the future is already struggling? Is he trying to distract from his own personal turmoil, or is there something more to his decision? Wednesday, October 23rd. Steffy pushes back against Ivy and Electra. By midweek, tensions come to a head. Steffy isn't happy with Ivy and Electra's involvement, and her frustration reaches new heights when she disagrees with their jewelry designs. Steffy has always been protective of her role at Forrester Creations, and she feels like Ivy and Electra are trying to take over territory that's rightfully hers. This leads to a heated confrontation between Steffy and Carter. Steffy accuses Carter of allowing his personal feelings to cloud his professional judgment, and Carter in turn defends his decision, insisting that Ivy and Electra bring a fresh perspective to the company. But Steffy isn't convinced, and their argument escalates. Steffy's fear of losing control over Forrester Creations grows, and her insecurities begin to surface. Adding fuel to the fire, an old conflict between Ivy and Electra resurfaces, further complicating the situation. Will their rivalry tear the Forrester family apart even more? Or will they find a way to put aside their differences for the sake of the company? Thursday, October 24th. Ivy drops a bombshell to Eric. Thursday brings a shocking moment when Ivy takes Eric aside to discuss her concerns about Steffy's leadership at Forrester Creations. Ivy believes that Steffy's personal emotions are clouding her judgment, and that she's making decisions that could harm the company. Ivy's warning puts Eric in a tough position. Should he trust his granddaughter's instincts, or should he take Ivy's concerns seriously? Eric is left worried about the growing tensions within the family, and the potential damage it could cause to the business. He's seen firsthand how family conflicts have torn Forrester Creations apart in the past, and he's determined not to let that happen again. But with Steffy and Carter at odds and Ivy and Electra stirring the pot, it seems that trouble is inevitable. Meanwhile, Steffy confides in Ridge, expressing her growing concerns about Carter's motives, and the impact his actions could have on the company's future. Ridge listens carefully, unsure of how to handle the situation. Should he support his daughter, or should he do what's best for the company, even if that means siding with Carter? Friday, October 25th. Carter's bold vision creates shockwaves. The week wraps up with Carter making a bold and surprising move that leaves everyone at Forrester Creations stunned. Carter presents his vision for the future of the company, a plan that could change everything. His proposal sparks intense arguments between the Forrester and Logan families, with some supporting his vision and others fiercely opposed to it. Carter's daring plan is a gamble, and its success hinges on whether he can convince the rest of the family to follow his lead. But with Steffi, Ridge, and Brooke all harboring doubts, it's clear that Carter has a tough road ahead. As the week ends, viewers are left wondering whether Carter's risky decision will pay off, or whether it will lead to even more chaos at Forrester Creations. One thing's for sure: the fallout from this week's events will have lasting consequences for everyone involved. What's next for Hope, Carter, and Steffi? As we head into the following weeks, the tension between Hope, Carter, and Steffi will only intensify. Hope's feelings for Carter are growing, but so are her doubts about what this new relationship could mean for her future. Liam is still in the picture, but for how long? And with Steffi growing increasingly suspicious of Carter's intentions, it seems like a confrontation between these three is inevitable. Steffi's concerns about the future of Forrester Creations will also play a central role in the coming weeks. Will she be able to maintain her position of power, or will Carter's bold vision push her aside? And with Ivy and Elektra's arrival stirring the pot, it's clear that the Forrester family's future is more uncertain than ever. The love triangle that could tear Forrester apart. The love triangle between Hope, Carter, and Liam is shaping up to be one of the most explosive storylines of the season. Hope is torn between two men who represent very different aspects of her life. Carter offers passion and excitement, while Liam provides stability and familiarity. But with so much at stake, it's unclear who Hope will ultimately choose, and the consequences of her decision could have far-reaching effects on her relationships with Steffi, Brooke, and the rest of the Forrester family. Will Steffi's fears come true? Steffi's growing suspicions about Carter's intentions are only fueling her insecurities. She's worked hard to maintain her position at Forrester Creations, and the idea that someone else could come in and take it all away is her worst nightmare. As the weeks unfold, Steffi's fears will continue to drive her actions, and viewers can expect more confrontations, betrayals, and emotional fallout as she fights to protect her legacy. Ivy Forrester returns to Los Angeles. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers shake things up. For fans of CBS's long-running soap The Bold and the Beautiful, the return of a familiar face is always exciting, and in this case it's Ivy Forrester making her way back to Los Angeles. After several years of absence, the jewelry designer will make her long-anticipated reappearance on October 21, 2024. This comeback has been teased for some time, and it looks like Ivy's return is bound to stir up plenty of drama. But why is she back? And how will her return affect the current characters and their storylines? Who is Ivy Forrester? A look at her background and history. A quick recap of Ivy's origins. For those who may need a refresher, Ivy Forrester, played by Ashley Brewer, first appeared on The Bold and the Beautiful in 2014. As the niece of Eric Forrester, portrayed by John McCook, Ivy is the daughter of John Forrester and his wife Claire. She's a jewelry designer who quickly found herself immersed in the world of high fashion and corporate intrigue at Forrester Creations. Her time in Los Angeles was marked by some significant relationships and business drama. Ivy held the position of jewelry designer at Forrester Creations, filling the gap left by Quinn Fuller, played by Rena Sofer. However, it wasn't just her career that made waves. Her love life was equally dramatic, involving romantic entanglements with the Spencer brothers, Wyatt, Darren Brooks, and Liam, Scott Clifton. Ivy's complicated love life. When Ivy first arrived in LA, she developed a close relationship with Wyatt Spencer. But things became far more tangled when she fell for his brother, Liam. This romantic triangle caused tension between Ivy and Steffi Forrester, played by Jacqueline McInnes Wood, Liam's other significant love interest. In fact, their rivalry became a key plot point during Ivy's initial run on the show. Fans of The Bold and the Beautiful will remember the heartache, deception, and betrayal that characterized Ivy's romantic pursuits. Liam's inability to choose between Ivy and Steffy created a whirlwind of tension, which culminated in Ivy leaving Los Angeles in 2018. Ivy's reappearance in 2024, a brief cameo and foreshadowing. Earlier in 2024, Ivy made a brief appearance on the show during a layover in Los Angeles. During her short visit, she crossed paths with Liam at Il Giardino, where an unexpected kiss between the two left fans buzzing. This moment was witnessed by none other than Steffy, reigniting memories of their past love triangle. While her reappearance was short-lived, it set the stage for Ivy's return to Los Angeles for good later in the year. Now, with the October 21, 2024 date officially confirmed, viewers are eager to see how Ivy's return will affect the current storylines. What does Ivy want now? The big question on everyone's mind is, why has Ivy returned? Is she back to rekindle her romance with Liam? Or does she have other motives in mind? With so much history between her and the Forrester-Spencer clan, it's unlikely that her return will be free of drama. As we'll explore in the next chapters, Ivy's intentions may not be as straightforward as they seem. The current state of the Forrester family and Forrester creations. Before we delve into Ivy's possible impact, let's take a look at the current state of affairs within the Forrester family and Forrester creations. A lot has changed since Ivy was last in town, and her return couldn't have come at a more precarious time. Steffy Forrester's rise to power. Since Ivy's departure, Steffy has taken on a more prominent role at Forrester Creations, eventually becoming CEO. Her leadership style is tough, and she's made several key decisions that have shaped the company's trajectory. But Steffy's personal life has been no less tumultuous. After a rocky relationship with Liam, Steffy moved on and started a family with Finn, played by Tanner Novlin. However, recent episodes have shown cracks in Steffy's marriage, with her harboring feelings for Liam once again. Liam, on the other hand, has been trying to rekindle his romance with his ex-wife, Hope Logan, Annika Noel, adding another layer of complexity to the situation. The Hope-Liam Carter triangle. While Steffy has been grappling with her emotions, Liam has been pursuing Hope, despite her burgeoning relationship with Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor. This love triangle has kept fans on the edge of their seats, and Ivy's return could throw another wrench into the works. Hope and Carter's romance has been gaining momentum, but with Ivy back in the picture, Liam's attention may once again be divided. Will Ivy reignite old feelings in Liam, or has he moved on for good? Ivy's return, the impact on Forrester Creations. A new role for Ivy? Spoilers suggest that Ivy's return to Los Angeles will be tied to Forrester Creations. In the upcoming episodes, we'll see her being escorted by Carter Walton into Steffy's office, where she'll greet her old rival with a smile. While it's not yet clear what role Ivy will take on within the company, it's likely that she'll be involved in the design side of things once again. However, Steffy may not be so quick to welcome Ivy back with open arms. As CEO, Steffy is wary of anything that could disrupt the company's stability. Carter has already made a controversial decision by advocating for Hope's fashion line, which hasn't been performing well. If he brings Ivy on board as a designer, Steffy might view this as another risky move. Ivy versus Steffy. Rivalry rekindled? The tension between Ivy and Steffy has always been palpable, and it's likely that their old rivalry will be reignited now that Ivy is back in town. Steffy has worked hard to secure her position at Forrester Creations, and Ivy's return could be seen as a threat to her leadership. Furthermore, with Ivy's history with Liam still unresolved, Steffy may feel even more insecure about Ivy's presence in LA. Will Steffy be able to keep her personal and professional lives separate, or will her emotions get the better of her? Elektra Forrester. A new addition to the Forrester clan. In addition to Ivy's return, spoilers reveal that she's brought her niece Elektra Forrester, played by Linnea Grace, with her to Los Angeles. Elektra is expected to apply for an internship at Forrester Creations, filling the position left vacant by Luna. Who is Elektra Forrester? Elektra is a new character on the show, and not much is known about her yet. However, as the daughter of Ivy's brother, she's a member of the extended Forrester family, and will likely play a significant role in the upcoming episodes. Elektra's presence at Forrester Creations could create new storylines, especially if she crosses paths with some of the younger characters on the show. Will she find herself embroiled in the company's internal politics, or will she manage to stay out of the drama? Ivy's potential love interests. Will she reconnect with Liam or Wyatt? One of the biggest questions surrounding Ivy's return is whether she'll rekindle her romance with either Liam or Wyatt. As mentioned earlier, Ivy shared significant relationships with both Spencer brothers during her time in Los Angeles. Liam and Ivy, is there still a spark? Liam's relationship with Ivy was intense, and their unresolved chemistry was on full display during their brief reunion earlier in 2024. Ivy's kiss left Liam baffled, and fans are wondering whether this moment will lead to something more. However, Liam's focus has been on Hope in recent episodes, and he's determined to win her back. Will Ivy's return derail his plans, or has Liam truly moved on from his past with her? What about Wyatt? Wyatt and Ivy had a more light-hearted relationship compared to her tumultuous romance with Liam. While they ultimately went their separate ways, there's always a chance that old feelings could resurface now that Ivy is back in town. Wyatt has been keeping a low profile lately, but Ivy's return could bring him back into the spotlight. Will the two reconnect? Or has Wyatt moved on to new romantic prospects? What's next for Ivy Forrester? As Ivy settles back into life in Los Angeles, it's clear that her return will have far-reaching implications for the Forrester family and Forrester Creations. Whether she's looking to rekindle old romances or carve out a new role for herself at the company, one thing is certain: Ivy's presence will shake things up. Is Luna the new Sheila? A look at The Bold and the Beautiful's latest villain. The Bold and the Beautiful has always been known for its larger-than-life characters, shocking twists, and endless family feuds. For years, the show's resident villainess, Sheila Carter, has terrorized the Forresters, Spencers, and everyone else unlucky enough to cross her path. But recently, a new character has emerged, bringing with her a level of ruthlessness that fans can't help but compare to the infamous Sheila. Enter Luna Nozawa. Luna's storyline has taken The Bold and the Beautiful by storm, captivating audiences with her shocking actions, chilling behavior, and complex motives. With her recent arrest for the murders of Tom and Hollis, and her subsequent framing of her own mother, Poppy, it seems that Luna is poised to become the show's next major antagonist. But is Luna truly the new Sheila? Are we witnessing the birth of a new reign of terror in Los Angeles? Let's dive into the details and explore what makes Luna such a dangerous character, and why fans are already comparing her to the one and only Sheila Carter. Luna Nozawa. A new kind of villain? Luna's character first appeared on The Bold and the Beautiful as a seemingly sweet and innocent young woman with a troubled past. But as her storyline unfolded, it became clear that Luna was anything but innocent. Her descent into darkness has been gradual, but now, with 2 murders and a kidnapping under her belt, there's no denying that Luna is a force to be reckoned with. Her most recent actions have left fans shocked and horrified. After killing Tom and Hollis, 2 people she believed were standing in the way of her relationship with Bill Spencer, Luna took things a step further by framing her own mother, Poppy, for the murders. This level of cold-hearted manipulation is something we've seen before in The Bold and the Beautiful, most notably from Sheila Carter. But it's not just Luna's ruthlessness that has fans drawing comparisons to Sheila. It's her willingness to do whatever it takes to get what she wants, no matter who gets hurt in the process. Whether it's killing, framing, or kidnapping, Luna has proven that she's capable of anything when it comes to achieving her goals. And much like Sheila, Luna's actions are driven by a deep desire for love, acceptance, and power. The Sheila Carter connection, a legacy of villainy. To understand why fans are comparing Luna to Sheila, it's important to take a closer look at Sheila's history on The Bold and the Beautiful. Sheila Carter is one of the most iconic soap opera villains of all time, known for her manipulative and violent behavior. Over the years, Sheila has lied, stolen, kidnapped, and even committed murder in her quest for power and control. One of Sheila's most notorious crimes was the murder of Lance Day, whom she killed by unleashing a swarm of bees on him. This gruesome and unusual method of murder is just one example of Sheila's twisted mind. Similarly, Luna's method of torturing and starving her cousin-in-law Steffy Forrester in a cage was equally disturbing. Both characters have shown a willingness to use extreme and cruel measures to get what they want. Additionally, Sheila has a long history of framing others for her crimes, much like Luna did with her mother Poppy. This tactic allows both women to evade justice while wreaking havoc on the lives of those around them. The parallels between Sheila and Luna are striking, And it's no wonder that fans are beginning to see Luna as Sheila's successor. Luna's obsession with Bill Spencer. A dangerous motivation. One of the key aspects of Luna's character that sets her apart from other villains is her obsession with Bill Spencer. What began as a seemingly father-daughter bond has taken a dark and twisted turn, with Luna becoming increasingly fixated on Bill. She even kissed him, raising questions about whether her feelings for him are purely familial, or if they run deeper. This obsession with Bill is reminiscent of Sheila's obsession with men in power throughout her storyline. Sheila often used her charm and manipulation to get close to powerful men, only to destroy their lives when things didn't go her way. Luna seems to be following a similar path, and her willingness to kill those who stand in the way of her relationship with Bill suggests that she's just as dangerous as Sheila ever was. What makes Luna's obsession even more dangerous is the possibility that Bill might be her biological father. This potential revelation could add another layer of complexity to Luna's character, making her actions even more unpredictable. If Luna is indeed Bill's daughter, her desire for his love and approval could drive her to commit even more heinous acts in the future. Will Luna escape from prison? A potential new reign of terror. Luna's arrest for the murders of Tom and Hollis has left her behind bars for now, but fans are already speculating that she won't stay there for long. After all, Sheila has escaped from prison more than once, and it wouldn't be surprising if Luna followed in her footsteps. One popular fan theory is that Luna will seduce or bribe a prison guard to help her escape, just as Sheila did in the past. Once free, Luna would be able to return to Los Angeles and continue her reign of terror, seeking revenge on those who wronged her. This would set the stage for a dramatic and intense storyline, with Luna becoming an even greater threat than she was before. If Luna does escape, she could pose an even bigger danger than Sheila ever did. While Sheila has somewhat settled into her life and seems focused on gaining her family's acceptance, Luna's motivations are more volatile. She's driven by a deep need for love and control, and she's willing to destroy anyone who gets in her way. This makes her a formidable opponent for the Forresters, the Spencers, and anyone else who crosses her path. Is Luna the new Sheila? What the future holds. As Luna's storyline continues to unfold, it's clear that she has the potential to become one of the bold and the beautiful's most memorable villains. Her ruthless actions, manipulative tactics, and obsession with Bill Spencer make her a dangerous character, one that fans can't help but compare to the legendary Sheila Carter. However, while there are certainly parallels between Luna and Sheila, there are also key differences. Luna's motivations are more personal and emotionally driven, while Sheila's actions have often been more calculated and power-hungry. Luna's fixation on Bill and her willingness to kill for love make her a unique villain in her own right, one who could potentially surpass Sheila in terms of danger and unpredictability. Whether Luna will fully take on the mantle of the bold and the beautiful's next major villain remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: Luna Nozawa is a character to watch. As the storyline progresses, fans will be on the edge of their seats, waiting to see what Luna will do next, and whether she'll continue down the path of destruction that Sheila Carter paved before her. The Bold and the Beautiful's new era of villainy. In conclusion, Luna Nozawa's rise as a villain on The Bold and the Beautiful has captured the attention of fans and sparked comparisons to Sheila Carter, one of the most iconic soap opera villains of all time. Luna's actions, murdering Tom and Hollis, framing her mother Poppy, and kidnapping Steffi, have established her as a formidable antagonist. Her obsession with Bill Spencer adds another layer of complexity to her character, making her even more dangerous. As Luna's storyline continues to develop, it will be interesting to see how far she's willing to go in her quest for love, control, and power. Will she escape from prison and wreak havoc on the lives of those who wronged her? Will she surpass Sheila Carter in terms of villainy? Only time will tell. Finn loses a patient after tragic mistake. Sheila's chance to comfort her son? An epic plotline for The Bold and the Beautiful. In the high-stakes world of The Bold and the Beautiful, where life, love, and betrayal intermingle like a slow-motion car crash, the only thing constant is the unpredictable drama that unfolds daily. One character who has risen to prominence recently is John Finn Finnegan, Tanner Novlin, the golden boy of the hospital, the shining knight to Steffi Forrester, Jacqueline McInnes Wood, and the son of a scheming villainess Sheila Carter, Kimberlyn Brown. Finn's storyline has been filled with heroic rescues, intense medical procedures, and personal triumphs that seemingly place him on an untouchable pedestal. But what if this all came crashing down? In this clickbait-inspired journey through potential plot twists, we're diving deep into what happens when Finn loses a patient after a tragic mistake, and how it could become Sheila's golden opportunity to get closer to her estranged son. Buckle up, because this script will take you through shocking twists, emotional confrontations, and the ultimate test of Finn's marriage to Steffi. Finn, the hero of Los Angeles. It's no secret that Finn is considered the Superman of the bold and the beautiful. Whether it's swooping in to rescue Steffi from dangerous situations or performing life-saving medical treatments, he's made a name for himself as the go-to guy in times of crisis. His recent intervention in saving Eric Forrester's John McCook life was nothing short of miraculous, adding yet another feather to his already decorated cap. Finn's track record at the hospital has been pristine. He works long hours, often sacrificing personal time with Steffi and their family to ensure his patients receive the best care possible. From medical marvels to personal bravery, Finn has embodied perfection, much to the adoration of Steffi and the Forrester family. Even after saving Steffi from the clutches of the deranged Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada, his image as the ultimate protector only solidified further. But heroes in soap operas are never invincible. They are often set up for a great fall, and Finn's pedestal is getting too high for comfort. The tragic mistake, Finn's downfall, begins. Imagine a day like any other at the bustling hospital where Finn works side by side with his adoptive mother, Lee Finnegan, Naomi Matsuda. They both tackle life or death situations daily, ensuring patients have the best chances of survival. However, amid the chaos of back-to-back surgeries, sleepless nights, and endless patient charts, Finn makes a mistake, one that costs a patient their life. Maybe it's a misdiagnosis, an error in judgment where symptoms were misinterpreted, leading to a fatal outcome. Or perhaps, in a moment of exhaustion, Finn administers the wrong medication or dosage, thinking he's following the right protocol. The weight of his mistake would hit Finn hard, given his commitment to his profession and the pride he takes in being a flawless physician. However, there's an added twist. What if the test results Finn was working with weren't his own? What if those results belonged to his mother, Lee, and in the confusion of a fast-paced hospital environment, Finn didn't realize the error until it was too late? The consequences would be catastrophic, not just professionally but personally. This twist would send shockwaves through Finn's world. His reputation would be tainted, and worse, his guilt would spiral out of control. He's not just a doctor anymore. He's a doctor who made a fatal mistake. And as in any soap opera, this mistake is bound to have ripple effects that extend far beyond the hospital walls. Sheila swoops in, a mother's comfort. Enter Sheila Carter, the master manipulator who has always had an unhealthy obsession with getting close to her son. Sheila sees Finn's vulnerability as her chance to worm her way into his life. Finn's adoptive mother, Lee, might be implicated in the mistake, since Finn could shift some of the blame to her in the chaotic aftermath. This would create a perfect storm for Sheila to exploit. After Finn's mistake, he is wrecked with guilt, feeling as though he's failed not only as a doctor but as a person. Sheila, ever the opportunist, would use this moment to offer Finn comfort, hoping to forge a genuine bond with him at long last. She could position herself as the one person who truly understands him, playing the long game to become his confidant. Imagine the tension. Steffi, fiercely protective of Finn and aware of Sheila's dark past, would be livid if she saw Sheila trying to comfort her husband. But Finn, broken and emotionally drained, might be too vulnerable to push Sheila away this time. He could begin to question whether he's really the superhero everyone expects him to be, and Sheila's deceptive support might be just the thing that draws him closer. Steffi versus Sheila. The battle for Finn's soul. No storyline involving Sheila is complete without a fierce battle between her and Steffi. In this case, the stakes would be higher than ever. Steffi would see right through Sheila's manipulative tactics, but Finn might not. Torn between his guilt over the patient's death and his desire to live up to Steffi's expectations, Finn could find himself in a perilous emotional tug-of-war. On one side, there's Steffi, the love of his life, who stands firmly against Sheila's involvement. On the other, there's Sheila, who represents a dark but oddly comforting force that seems to understand Finn's deepest fears and insecurities. This could lead to explosive confrontations between Steffi and Sheila, as they vie for control over Finn's heart and mind. Steffy would likely try to keep Sheila as far away as possible, but Sheila is nothing if not persistent. She might even plant seeds of doubt in Finn's mind about whether Steffy truly accepts him, flaws and all. The aftermath: will Finn and Steffy survive the storm? The aftermath of this storyline would shape the next chapter of Finn and Steffy's relationship. Will they weather the storm together? Or will Sheila succeed in driving a wedge between them? Finn's tragic mistake would test his marriage in ways he never expected. Steffy has always seen Finn as her hero, but now that hero has fallen, would she still love him with the same intensity, knowing that he's made a mistake that cost a life? And more importantly, would Finn forgive himself, or would he spiral further into Sheila's manipulative grasp? The beauty of this storyline is that it offers endless possibilities for emotional drama. Finn's struggle with his guilt, Sheila's scheming, and Steffy's fierce loyalty would create a captivating triangle of conflict. Fans would be on the edge of their seats, wondering whether Finn will stay true to Steffy, or if he'll give in to Sheila's dark influence. The bold future of Finn, Sheila, and Steffy. The Bold and the Beautiful thrives on high-stakes drama, emotional confrontations, and plot twists that keep fans coming back for more. A storyline where Finn makes a tragic mistake and loses a patient would add depth to his character and create a thrilling new chapter in his relationship with Steffy. Throw in Sheila's relentless pursuit of her son, and you have all the ingredients for a gripping, edge-of-your-seat storyline. The beauty of this potential plot is that it humanizes Finn in a way that we haven't seen before. His perfect image would be shattered, and fans would get to see how he copes with failure, guilt, and temptation. Will he stay the hero Steffy believes him to be, or will he fall into Sheila's clutches? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure. The Bold and the Beautiful is about to get even more exciting. Will Carter and Hope's passion lead to a romance? The Bold and the Beautiful takes an unexpected turn. The world of soap operas has always been filled with unexpected twists, passionate romances, and tangled relationships. One of the most talked about storylines on The Bold and the Beautiful recently revolves around Carter Walton and Hope Logan. As Carter shows unwavering support for Hope for the future fashion line, fans can't help but notice the growing chemistry between them. The big question on everyone's mind: will this connection lead to a full-fledged romance? Could Carter and Hope's intense moments, both professional and personal, transform into something more, shaking up their lives and the lives of those around them? In this deep dive, we'll explore every facet of their relationship, examine what the future might hold, and break down the other players who could be affected by this potential romance. With Liam Spencer still in the picture, Steffy Forrester's suspicions, and the looming complexities of work and family life, the stage is set for a dramatic showdown. This article will keep you on the edge of your seat as we analyze every spoiler, every scene, and every heartbeat of the story to come. The Bold and the Beautiful spoiler highlights: Carter's growing connection with Hope. In recent episodes of The Bold and the Beautiful, Carter Walton's dedication to Hope Logan's fashion line, Hope for the Future, has reached new heights. As Forrester Creations prepares for one of its biggest fashion launches yet, Carter's involvement has been integral, not just in the business sense but also in a deeply emotional way. His unwavering belief in Hope's talents and vision has given her newfound confidence, making her feel supported in ways she hadn't anticipated. But while the professional aspect of their relationship is thriving, the personal undertones are impossible to ignore. As Carter reassures Hope of his belief in her and her work, there's an undeniable spark between them. Their connection feels palpable, charged with unspoken emotions that go beyond the workplace. Romantic tension builds. In a recent episode, a crucial meeting about the future of Hope's line took an unexpected turn when Carter's passion for Hope's success seemed to transcend the business realm. His words were filled with genuine admiration, not just for her skills as a designer, but for her as a person. And Hope, sensing the authenticity behind his support, found herself drawn to him more than ever. Later that evening, the two shared a quiet, romantic dinner. Underneath the soft lighting and intimate conversation, their bond seemed to deepen. An accidental touch, a lingering glance. It was clear to viewers that Carter and Hope were inching towards something more. Could it be the start of a full-fledged romance? Fans of The Bold and the Beautiful know that these small, intimate moments often lead to bigger revelations. And while nothing overtly romantic has happened yet, the slow build of tension between Carter and Hope is enough to have fans speculating. The outside world. Steffy and Finn's suspicions. As Carter and Hope's relationship continues to intensify, it hasn't gone unnoticed by those around them, especially Steffy Forrester. Steffy, who has always had a sharp eye for workplace dynamics, has picked up on some awkward moments between Carter and Hope. Whether it's a lingering touch after a meeting or the way they look at each other when they think no one is watching, Steffy senses something is brewing beneath the surface. Steffy confides in her husband, Finn, about her concerns. She recalls specific moments that made her question whether there's something deeper between Carter and Hope. Finn, always the voice of reason, suggests that maybe Carter is just trying to be supportive of Hope in a professional way, but Steffy isn't convinced. She knows how quickly business relationships can turn personal, especially in the world of Forrester Creations, where passion and creativity often go hand in hand with romance. Could Steffy be right? Is there more behind Carter's desire to see Hope succeed than meets the eye? And if so, what does that mean for the future of Hope, for the future in Forrester Creations as a whole? Liam Spencer's determination to reunite with Hope. Meanwhile, Hope's estranged husband, Liam Spencer, remains determined to win her back. Despite their recent separation and Hope's decision to focus on her career, Liam has never given up hope, pun intended, that they could rekindle their romance and restore their family. He's fought hard for their relationship in the past, and he's willing to do whatever it takes to bring her back into his life. But Liam is currently unaware of Carter's growing influence over Hope. As he remains focused on his own attempts to reunite with her, he may be blind to the real competition he faces in Carter. And when the truth comes out, when Liam realizes that Carter has been getting closer to Hope both personally and professionally, how will he react? Will this lead to a confrontation between the two men? Or will Liam step aside, realizing that Hope has moved on? Carter and Hope's relationship may complicate Liam's plans to restore his family. But for now, Liam is unaware of just how close Carter and Hope have become. Carter's deepening feelings for Hope. Will they act on their attraction? As Carter and Hope continue to spend time together, it's becoming increasingly clear that Carter's feelings for her go beyond professional admiration. Each interaction between them seems to bring them closer, and Carter's support for Hope feels personal in a way that's hard to ignore. In recent scenes, Carter has been seen watching Hope from afar, his gaze lingering on her a little too long. He seems captivated by her strength, her creativity, and her determination to succeed. But is it just admiration? Or is there something more to his growing feelings? Hope too seems to be feeling the pull. While she's still reeling from her separation from Liam, there's something about Carter's steady presence that brings her comfort. He's been there for her in ways that Liam hasn't, and that emotional support is creating a bond that could easily transform into something more. But will they act on their attraction? Fans are eagerly waiting to see if Carter and Hope will take the next step in their relationship. With every passing episode, the tension between them grows stronger, and it feels like it's only a matter of time before they give in to their feelings. What's next for Carter, Hope, and the others involved? As the bold and the beautiful continues to unfold, Carter and Hope's relationship is clearly becoming a central storyline. But what does the future hold for them? And how will their connection affect the other characters in their orbit? Liam, who remains unaware of Carter's influence on Hope, is sure to have a strong reaction when he finds out about their closeness. His determination to win Hope back will likely lead to a confrontation with Carter, and fans are eager to see how this potential love triangle will play out. Steffy too will likely play a key role in this storyline. Her suspicions about Carter and Hope are already growing, and as someone who has always been protective of Forrester Creations and its employees, she may feel compelled to intervene if she thinks a romance between the two could jeopardize the company's future. Could Steffy's involvement lead to even more drama? Or will she choose to stay out of it? And then there's Carter himself. As his feelings for Hope deepen, he may be forced to make a difficult decision. Will he pursue a romance with her, knowing that it could create tension with Liam and possibly cause complications at Forrester Creations? Or will he step back, recognizing that a relationship with Hope could have far-reaching consequences? Conclusion. Will passion lead to romance, or will drama tear them apart? At this point, it's clear that Carter and Hope are on the verge of something big. Their connection has grown stronger with every interaction, and fans are eagerly waiting to see if their passion will lead to a full-blown romance. But with Liam still fighting for Hope, Steffy suspicious of Carter's intentions, and the pressures of work and family life looming large, their relationship is far from guaranteed. Will Carter and Hope's attraction survive the challenges ahead, or will external pressures tear them apart? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain. The Bold and the Beautiful is setting the stage for an explosive storyline that will keep fans glued to their screens. Stay tuned as we continue to watch Carter and Hope's relationship evolve, and see how the other characters react to this potential romance. The drama is just beginning, and we can't wait to see how it all unfolds.